Hey favorites, welcome to Second Bites with Sarah. Today we are making my favorite mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes were probably the first thing I learned how to make. I just craved them, I wanted them, so I figured it out in the kitchen, probably in like 1994. Most of my mashed potatoes, I really prefer the skin on. This is the only recipe where I take the skin off, and I'll tell you why. They're a little sneaky. There's a shit ton of flavor in them, but you don't see it. They're just gonna be like plain, they're gonna look kind of meh, and then people are gonna take bites and they're gonna freak out. 4 to 5 potatoes, depending on how many you're serving. Please peel them on this one and then just cut them somewhat evenly so that they cook at the same time. And get these going and get them in some hot water. Potatoes are all diced. They are having a hot bath behind us and enjoying themselves. Just till they're pierceable with a fork. Guys should know the drill there. Just get them soft and then we'll mash them. In the meantime, we're essentially going to steam some milk and infuse flavors into it. Actually, it's not milk, y'all. It's half and half. Let's be real. Got half a stick of butter. I have rosemary, thyme, and sage. You don't have to do anything to them. Just throw them in too. Got a couple garlic cloves. I'm not going to crush them. I'm gonna cut them in half. Because we're just infusing it. We don't want garlic to smack us in the face. We just want like a chill, easy garlic vibe. Just slice these straight in. This is so freaking easy. In they go. This one already got smushed. He's fine. Throw him in. Then I'm going to take some half and half. Milk's fine. Whipping cream's fine. Any preference? You're good. This is your main liquid. And of course, when your butter melts, that'll help too. Maybe like half of this. We want our herbs to be decently covered. And then, this is rather bougie. I crushed whole peppercorns in my mortar and pestle. You don't have to do this. But the reason I do this is because if I just put black pepper in here, there's a chance I'm not gonna be able to strain it out later and it's gonna show up in the potatoes. And I'm going for sneaky potatoes that present just plain easy with a bunch of flavors. I don't want them to see the black pepper flakes. Alternatively, you could also use white pepper. So you don't have to be this bougie. I don't want them too fine because it'll go through my sieve later, and just a sprinkle of those in there. This is gonna go on the stove super, super low. Lowest heat you got, and just let it hang out. Just let all the flavors become friends and have a party. All right, we're back. Potatoes, I can smash them up against the side of the bowl with my spoon, and they're just falling apart, so they're ready. And then as you guys can see in my pot right here, basically what I have is like an herbed cream soup butter situation that we're going to strain into our potatoes. But first, let's have a potato facial. Steamy, falling apart. Look at that, they're ready, they're ready. I don't care what you do to your potatoes. You wanna rice them? Rice them. You wanna shove them through a sieve? Shove them through a sieve. Make yourself happy. Today I'm gonna beat the crap out of mine with a mixer. That's just the mood I'm in. I got my hot steamy potatoes right here. I have a fine mesh strainer, which you're gonna want. We talked about the pepper earlier. That's mainly what we're trying to catch. Everything else would probably go through a regular strainer, but I wanna make sure I'm catching the pepper as well. So I'm gonna eyeball. You can always add more. Again, not a big measurer. So I'm just going to watch how much I'm putting in, start with a certain amount, maybe half. And then I'm gonna beat them and see until, honestly, until they look like mashed potatoes and they make you happy. Okay, we're doing great. I can still see a few chunks I'm gonna work on, and I do want them just a little looser in consistency, so I'm gonna put some more of my cream mixture in. This smells stupid good. Herby, buttery. I see no chunks. They're the consistency that I want. I just want to think through my salt content right now. I salted my water and I used salted butter. If you remember, I did not put any salt in here because now would be the time to salt if we need it. We don't want to over salt, so we can always add more, but thanks. I'm so fucking good. We did it. We nailed it. Now they're slightly thicker, so I'm gonna go ahead with the rest of my cream. There's maybe only a tablespoon or two left in here. All my herbs can hang out in there. That's totally fine. All right, my last mix. When they're done. I call these my sneaky potatoes because they're going to plate up like 1950s Americana big ass bowl of potatoes. We're going to do the nostalgic thing and melt a pat of butter on top. What I like about these is they sneak up on people. They smell them and they're like, okay, they smell really good, but they look at them and I think you're gonna think these are potatoes that need gravy. And this is not an anti-gravy campaign, but I really believe the potatoes should stand alone. They shouldn't be a filler dish, especially at a holiday meal. They should be able to hold their own on the table, be craveable, and you want to take more bites of them. Like, let's not just like leave them to the side and smother them in gravy. Not anti-gravy, I believe potatoes should have their own time to shine. And these potatoes will do that. So we've got our 1950s butter pat melting, and these are good to go. Potatoes that don't need gravy, sneaky potatoes. They're steaming in the butter, it's so perfect.
Hey favorites, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Second Bites with Sarah.